Hello guys, and yes, I have returned from the store with the chewing toys. I will go back to making normal science videos soon. But first, I will make a part 11 to the film score generator AI because I clearly do not have enough parts yet. Anyways, after composing 1600 measures of film score music for training data, I am finally ready to start the project. Because of the complicated rhythms and notes of the hour-long film score, I had to make my original plan from October a little bit more detailed. In my original plan, I did not describe how the AI would assign notes to each chord. So, today, I will create a new plan that describes what the AI would do, all the way from first importing the MIDI files for training. In order to turn the MIDI files into usable data, the program will first split the notes of each instrument into lists. Since I was too lazy to change the film score's tempo from 120 BPM, and I did not ever change the key, there are no MIDI meta events the program will have to deal with, just note on and note off events. The program will add notes from every single instrument to a single list, with each item specifying the start, end, volume, and instrument. The program will then assign a different channel to each voice. For example, when 3 sustained notes and 1 short note is playing at once, there will be 4 channels. There is an important reason for this. Imagine this situation: a chord just ended, and there is a measure of rest before a broken chord plays. If you had to add rests, how would you know which note will receive which length of rests? Well, assigning notes to their own channels solves this issue. Also, the program would add a rest before every single note of each channel by subtracting the current start time with the previous start time, even if that means the rest is 0 beats long. This would not only improve the alignment, but would make the format so much easier. Next, the program would find any notes with the exact same start time and end time. It would not account for the rests the notes are paired with. The program would then mark its findings in a new list. Now, the program would identify chords in the music. Last time, I manually inputted the chords myself. But this time, it would be impractical, since I would have to input well over 1,000 chords. Then, I would manually input the key signatures and their times, because coding a key identifier would be a nightmare. This would allow the program to identify chords. To do this, the program would first find any note, in any channel, that has a different pitch than the last note. Next, it would find all notes across all channels being held, played during the note, and add their pitches to a new list. It will then compare the pitches with a list of key types. The program would add its findings to a new list. In theory, a key should be found for every note, but that is not always the case. There may sometimes be not enough notes being played to identify a chord. So, the program would find the next note with a different pitch, and add this to the list previously mentioned. It would continue finding the next note until it identifies a key. I can already imagine this causing lots of problems in the future. Then, it would continue this process of creating a chord for every note or group of notes for the whole song. After, it would combine any identical neighboring chords, since chords usually do not last for one note. Finally, since I cannot fully trust the program's skills in chord identification, I will manually check through the chords. This process can be made simpler by coding a MIDI player, and I may even create a YouTube live stream to make people do my slave labor. Finally, now that the MIDIs have been parsed and split into chords, the AI can begin learning. The AI first automatically memorizes each chord's key, chord type, and notes, and the chord occurring before it. Next, since I want my AI to be text-based, the AI needs to relate words to each chord. The AI would actually need to do this in 2 rounds, the first time having simple words describing just emotions, and the second time more complex words. So, I will manually input words for every single chord, or just use slave label like before. After the words are put, the AI will identify neighboring chords with similar or identical words. The reason why the AI first learns simpler words is to make finding similar words more likely. Then, the group of chords identified will be marked in a list. Next, the AI would connect each chord to their place in the list, marking which chord progression they are part of. Finally, the AI will train words a second time, but this time, the words describe the whole chord progression, and the words are as varied and detailed as possible. Additionally, the AI would need to know when to change keys. So, the AI would first find the total amount of chords played between two key changes. Then, it would remember each key and the key which it changed from. It would also relate each key change to some words, which would be manually filled out with slave labor once again. And yeah, that is all I have planned for now. Note that the plan would most likely change once I start actually coding the AI. But anyways, I will return to uploading normally, alternating between a science video and a film score generator update every Wednesday. See you next time, and bye.